In the heart of Morocco, where ancient traditions meet the pulse of modern life, there's a name spoken with reverence in the halls of Justice Zahran. Not just a judge, but a legend. His courtroom is a theater where truth is the only protagonist. In his wisdom, a lantern in the darkest of mysteries, for decades, Judge Zahran has been the final word on cases that baffle the brightest minds. His calm demeanor and razor-sharp intellect a beacon of hope for the innocent. Today, we delve into three of the most perplexing cases of his career, a journey into the mind of a master of justice. Our first story begins with the sudden passing of a wealthy merchant, a man whose fortune was as vast as the Sahara. His family gathered, expecting a straightforward inheritance. But there was a problem. The will had vanished. The merchant's daughter, a picture of grace in her emerald caftan, tearfully accused her uncle, her father's own brother, of theft. The brother, a man of stature himself, vehemently denied it, pointing the finger back at her, suggesting she'd destroyed a will that didn't favor her. The air in the courtroom was thick with suspicion. Judge Zahran listened patiently, his gaze sweeping over the family. He asked for a single item from the merchant's study, his favorite fountain pen. He then requested a piece of blank parchment and a glass of water. To the family's confusion, he didn't question them further. Instead, he addressed the court. A man's habits are his signature, he began, his voice calm yet commanding. The merchant was a man of meticulous routine. He wrote everything with this pen, using a specific, rare ink he imported himself. He instructed the clerk to lightly dampen the corner of the parchment and press it against the fingertips of the daughter and the brother. Nothing happened with the brother, but when the damp paper touched the daughter's fingers, a faint, dark blue smudge appeared. A gasp rippled through the courtroom. This ink, Zahran explained, holding up the pen, is indelible on paper, but leaves a microscopic residue on the skin of its user, a residue that reactivates with moisture. The will did not favor you, so you destroyed it, hoping for a more equal division under the law. But you forgot one detail. You couldn't wash away the evidence of your father as legacy from your own hands. The truth, like the ink, had left its mark. Next, we turn to a case that chilled the city to its core, a brutal crime committed in a silent alley, with only one witness, a young woman, so traumatized by the event she had lost the ability to speak. The police had a suspect, but no confession, and the silent witness was their only hope. In the courtroom, she sat frozen, her eyes wide with a terror she could not voice. Other judges had dismissed the case, unable to bridge the chasm of silence. But Zahran saw not an obstacle, but a different kind of language. For days, he didn't press her for words. Instead, he simply sat with her in a quiet room, observing. He noticed the way her hands trembled when a certain photograph was shown, the way she traced patterns on the table's circle, then a line, over and over. He brought in a sandbox, a tool often used for child therapy. Hesitantly, she reached in. Her fingers drew a crescent moon, then a star. The police were baffled, but Zahran's mind was already connecting the dots. Look not at what she draws, he told the detectives, but asterisk how asterisk she draws it. He noted the angle, the pressure, the repetition. The crescent moon wasn't just a moon. It was the logo of a small, nearby cafe. The star was the pattern on the cafe's floor tiles. And the circular motion she made? It mimicked the spinning sign of a barber shop directly across the street. The suspect they held was a regular at that cafe, but the barber from the shop across the street had a violent past and had recently come into a large sum of money. When confronted, the barber confessed. The silent witness had spoken volumes, and Judge Zahran was the one who knew how to listen. Her testimony wasn't in words, but in the echoes of trauma, drawn in sand. In our final case, justice enters the digital age. A prominent politician was on the brink of ruin. A video had surfaced online showing him accepting a bribe. The footage was perfect, the audio clear. It was a career-ending scandal. The politician swore his innocence, claiming the video was a deep fake, a sophisticated forgery. But experts were stumped. The digital forensics showed no signs of tampering. It seemed like an open and shut case. When it reached Judge Zahran, many believe even he couldn't see through the flawless deception. Zahran, a man of tradition, surprised everyone. He didn't just rely on legal texts. He summoned the city's most brilliant, albeit mischievous, cyber hacker, a young man in a hoodie who saw the world in code. While the hacker probed the video's digital DNA, Zahran focused on the human element. A machine can replicate a face, Zahran mused. But can it replicate a soul? A person's unique, unthinking habits? He watched the video on a loop, ignoring the damning words and focusing on the politician's hands. He noticed a tiny, almost imperceptible detail. In the video, the politician gestured with his right hand. But Zahran, having observed the man in court, knew he was left-handed. He would sign documents, adjust his tie, and sip water all with his left hand. It was an instinctual preference, something a forger might easily overlook. While this was a powerful clue, it wasn't proof. Just then, the young hacker burst in. I found it, not in the video, but **it. The upload signature. It's masked, but the residual code points to a server owned by the politician's chief rival. The rival had the motive and the means. The combination of ancient wisdom observing human nature and modern technology cracked the case. Zahran proved that even in a world of digital lies, the simple, analog truth will always have a tell. And so, the legacy of Judge Zahran continues. He is more than a man in a robe. He is a testament to the idea that justice is not merely about law, but about understanding. It's about seeing the ink on a fingertip, hearing the story in the silence, and finding the human glitch in the perfect machine. As the sun sets over the Moroccan skyline, casting long shadows like the questions he so brilliantly answers, we are reminded that true wisdom is timeless, and the pursuit of truth is the noblest journey of all. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mind of a master. If you were captivated by these stories of wisdom and justice, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. We have many more tales to share. Until next time, may you always seek the truth.